Let's get it, let's go. Let's go, let's get it. Let's get it, let's go. Hey, Steph! DJ E-Class, what's going on? Hey, Deborah! What's up, you guys? Come on in. Let's talk about it. Let's wind down. You have your wine with you? You have your cocktail? It's time to wind down, honey. You made it through the hump day Wednesday. Come on in. Let's talk about it with my special guest, comedian extraordinaire from the MIAO, Marvin Dixon is coming through tonight to hang out with your girl. It's going down. Y'all party with me on this song right here. Y'all know this jam. Funny how the way you feel shows on your face. I hope you guys are having a great day. I know you're preparing for verses tonight, Eve and Trina. So we're gonna make you laugh. We're gonna talk about every damn thing tonight. It's a little early, so we send the kids to the room. You don't have to send them to bed, but there's no telling what Marvin Dixon might say. So you definitely don't want to have the kids in the house tonight. This is for the grown folks. It's grown folks. It's grown folks. What's up, Alex? Let's see. I think Marvin is already here. So let me just give you guys an intro of Marvin Dixon. He's been in this comedy thing for several decades. Okay, he's a veteran comedian. Miami born and raised. And he's graced the stages with so many. I mean, he's a huge comedian across this country, but with so many other big named comedians. So your Said the Entertainers, your Cat Williams, and all of those guys. Marvin Dixon is right up there. So you guys should know MD 2020, which is what I call him. What's going on, Zacchaeus Blake? I see you in the house. I think Marvin is already here, so let me get him so we can get the party started. Let's see. I have, I got notes, y'all. I have notes just to kind of keep me on track, because I'll get,
What's up?
MD 2020.
What's happening, D?
What's going on? How are you?
I'm great. Once I wake up, everything easy after that.
Listen, okay, what you say? Marvin, I have notes, because I am a reporter at heart, so I have to have notes to keep me on track, because mine has to be.
Go ahead, let me focus. I'm ready. I'm focused. Ready.
I'm focused, man. I have to keep myself, because we've been talking about this, about you coming on and being my special guest. So, of course, you guys, again, tonight, we are just having a good time. We are talking about, just like I said in the flyer, is every damn thing tonight. Right, Marvin?
Hell yeah. I'm ready. Hell yeah.
No topic is off limits. So, if you have a question, put it in the chat. If you don't want anybody to see it, you go ahead and submit it in the questions, and I can see it. I won't say your name if you don't want to be announced, but it's going down. Hey, Donna. Donna is on here. Let's see. Marvin.
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and do this one first, because I know a lot of folks are getting ready to check out verses tonight with Eve versus Trina.
Right. Everybody tripping. A lot of people have the misconception thinking, Eve might be a better lyricist, but Trina got as many hits, if not more than her. We talking about hits. Yeah, Trina got in the Southeast. Trina got hits, and then we saying verses. Remember, verses gonna be a lot of times many of they verses or hooks in a song.
Right. So she has a lot of collabos. Definitely, she's collaborated with a lot of folks.
They don't sing a whole song. People thinking, oh no, forget the whole song. They're gonna sing a verse.
They gonna, but unless they do like SWV and Escape, and just start singing them now the entire song.
Well, because they're groups.
Okay.
That's the difference between groups and This thing started a verses. That's how it's gonna be a verse. Trust me. Trina got just as many hits, and they gonna end. They should end with the collaboration they did together with Louis.
Right.
My chick bad, my chick good. End with that, and then everybody have fun.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's gonna be a party, a turn up, no matter what. Okay, Angie B says, of course, Trina, Miami in the house. You know, home team represent. Gotta represent our girl Trina.
And when Trina sing the verse of "You Don't Know Now," half of South Florida gonna shout it.
Now, okay, but Trina is gonna have to spread them out because she has good hits, but I don't want to hear them all right up front now. I wonder who's DJing for her. Griot is my boy. Griot, is he DJing? Because he was her tour DJ and he was also my DJ on my show, The Hits Factor.
They never say who the DJ gonna be, really.
Right.
She'll do a verse of her song, Eva do a verse of her song. She'll do a verse of her song, Eva do a verse of her song. And I tell people, I don't think Eve got as many Southeastern hits as Trina.
Well, but it's not Southeastern though. It's just gonna be hits. It's not in a particular genre because people gonna be watching from all over.
Right. But so everybody.
So Floridians are going to, I mean, because, you know, my jam is all the ladies getting money. Give me the keys to the Bentley. That's right. Me and my girls going out tonight because I don't want to fight tonight. Get my bread because they know you can do when a woman's fed up. And I'm fed up. Shut up.
Mine's going to be pull over that. I'm telling you, she got hits. Eve got hits.
Yeah.
But it's going to match out, man. I think that's a good collab. They put them two together.
Okay. I was trying to think of who else they could have even put with Trina. I think Eve could have been. Has Lil' Kim gone already?
I don't think Lil' Kim. Ooh. Lil' Kim. I don't know who would Lil' Kim go against.
An Eve or like a Foxy Brown. I mean, that's the only.
If Foxy Brown would be a good one. That'd be a good one.
Yeah. They need to bring them out of retirement. Robin says, pull over that. Hey, Tori. Lil' Kim. Yeah, somebody's saying Lil' Kim versus Foxy. Yeah, Lil' Kim and Foxy. That's, I mean, because I'm assuming versus they try to, you know, make, Robin saying, Kyle.
You got to match songs with energy and hits with different collabs. And they still haven't done the verses I want.
Which one is that?
The best verse, the most high energy verse they can ever put together.
Okay.
Will be Busta
Rhymes. Yeah.
Going against
Twister? No,
hell no. From New Orleans.
Oh, Mystical.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that would be, yes.
They got animation.
Oh my goodness. That would be a good one.
Somebody send us the Swiss Beats and Marvin Dixon.
Right now. And Mystical.
And should go against each other.
Mystical.
Made it.
It's the man right here. Oh man, that would be a versus.
There you go. I know. Oh, trust me.
Yeah. Yes.
Busta. That's the one I want to see.
Mystical. That's a good one, Marvin. I hadn't put them together, but that's
because energy, high energy,
and like you said, animation, just straight up, yeah. And
both freestyle at the top of their heads.
Oh yeah, freestyle will be crazy. Robin say, "Rated up, pimp is back." If you answer what you're doing, say, "Oh, nothing."
There you go.
Okay, so Marvin,
yes, this
topic has been circulating across social media. It's been everywhere. Every radio station is talking about it. We're talking about it on social media. The Bonnet Gate. The Bonnet Gate. So wait, let me remind everybody what the Bonnet Gate is, and I'm referring to it as the Bonnet Gate.
Yes.
The Bonnet Gate is a conversation that's been going around about the presence of particularly Black women.
Yes.
In airports, wearing nightwear. So the night bonnet, not your turban, not the tie your hair up, not the little bun thing that I've been wearing. Like, your night bonnet, your Broward bonnet, as we call it at home, Broward bonnet, pajamas, slippers,
and bedroom shoes.
Bedroom shoes in the airport. What's your take on that?
And I mentioned this before, and I always say a lot of black women don't want nobody to talk about them negative things.
Right.
Dress accordingly, though. When you're going to fly out in the morning, you're going to miss the public. Ain't nothing busier than the airport. And dress t-shirt, jeans, sweatpants, and sweatshirts, tank top shirt with a blazer jacket or something comfortable. You ain't understand wearing high heel shoes and stilettos or nothing, but dress accordingly. They know they look crazy at the airport, but you don't want you to say nothing and get stuff. And I think people hit me on my line telling me, it's African women with that and such tribe. And I bet you $1,000 you can find one in your fruit nowhere. None of them fly nowhere. And the same tribe that wears that, they practice voodoo.
Oh God.
And they believe the power is in their hair. So they keep it up and not release the power.
But they're not wearing bonnets. They're, you know, I think, I'm on this one. I don't know for many of you out there who have seen Monique's interview with Tammy Roman. And Tammy posed the question, and, you know, of course, playing the devil's advocate, Tammy posed the question, okay, are you referring to, what about, you know, people who, you know, have had chemo and need to wear, no, that is not, you're getting beyond the point. The point is how you're being presented. Now, I'm sure Donna can speak on this, because Donna, you know, works at the Charlotte airport. She sees a lot. But what happened to the days where, and I don't dress up like I used to when I was, you know, would travel, especially flying. Back in the days, you would put your heels on. You were your Sunday best, basically, because there was no telling who, especially before celebrities really started taking these G5s and these private flights, people would fly commercial. And so there's no telling who from, you know, business, huge business, Fortune 500 companies, CEOs, like, people were flying because that was a very expensive way to get around. Yeah.
You still don't know who you are meet.
True. Absolutely.
You don't know who you are meet. It's like I asked a woman this: would you give a man the time of day that's going to get on the plane with his pants, half his ass showing, with his pants pulled down halfway his waist, his bracket behind showing? Would you give him a chance?
Right.
And then she told me that's not the same. Yes, it is.
Oh, it's absolutely the same.
It's dressed inappropriate.
Yeah. So
dress accordingly, man. But like I said, a t-shirt, jeans, sweatpants. It's way you dress, but you ain't got to be looking like you just got the flip flops and came to the airport. And then people now have their kids dressed like that.
Right. Yeah.
So you're gonna raise your princess instead of her becoming a queen, being a servant. So quit from that. Don't raise your princess to be a queen and not a servant. So they can say what they want. It ain't appropriate.
Right. It's not.
The airlines don't care because they get the money.
Well, some of them do, because I actually saw the other day, and I think Shelby might have posted this, but a young lady had on what the airport deemed, not the airport, but the airline deemed to be inappropriate, like she had on like not a tube top, but it's almost like a bathing suit top. Like it was, and they felt like it was inappropriate. So they made her
like a bra. That's
right, and so they made her. It delayed the flight because, of course, she wanted to get on. And the pilot actually gave her a T-shirt to put on. She puts the T-shirt on to get on the flight, and then she takes the shirt off. So it's like, at the end of the day, there is a standard of what is expected. And for me, I personally believe, like, when you're dressed that way, you know, wearing your dang on pajamas, come on now. When I was growing up, my mom would not let me out the house. You couldn't wear rollers to the corner store. You couldn't go. Bessie didn't play that. Because you were representing the family. And so
You want to hear one better? You could not even stand outside to address company in your pajamas.
You right, exactly. So, what makes you think wearing a Broward bonnet? Robin said something. Let's see. She said it made it matters worse when they start making them in colors. So they start making the bonnets in colors. But to me, when you have your pillow, because I've seen it, they have their pillow, their blanket, wearing a bonnet, pajamas, and slip. You need to be on that slow ride. That slow ride. You need to be on that megabus.
I saw 2 women that did that, and I asked her, why you dress like that? She told me, what business is yours? I said, it's not my business, but you want to be represented as a queen. Would you rather be dressed like, would you want me to dress you as a queen or dress you how you dress? I can't because I told her, baby, you look like a servant.
So yeah, but I don't want it to get misconstrued though, now because I'm a huge advocate of I'm a woman, and so I'm a huge advocate of making sure that we are protected and respected and all of that stuff. And I actually said something to a good friend of mine who made a very general comment some time before that, why is it that black women, when they go out, they don't take care. This is way before Bonnetgate. But he just made a statement. Why is it that black women, when they go out, they don't care what they look like? And to me, that was a very general statement because I'm a black woman and I care about what I look like when I go out. And it's not that you have to have a full beat face or anything, but you're representing yourself. And like you said, Marvin, put the shoe on the other foot. If a guy approaches you as a woman or whatever, and he has his pants damn near to his knees, how do they walk like that anyways?
They do it though. They do. They do it. They got it. I don't think they can walk in regular pants. When they put on pants that fit, they say, man, this don't fit right.
What? So is it that the pants don't fit? Are they really not fit? Or
no, the pants fit. They just feel like they want a real skinny leg, and they want a wide belt. So, but they don't want to wear a belt.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know that started from prison culture. That's prison culture. That showed you were when you didn't have dragging in prison, that showed you were available. That was the clue to show you were available in prison. Show a little of your butt crack, that show you available. That's how it started. And it went over to the little streets, to the little hip hop heads, and they thought that was cool. Because they already glorify prison anyway. Think about it. Most people glorify prison anyway, black. When they come to black people, they glorify prison, opposed to glorifying a brother or sister that graduated college. A person that get out of prison get the biggest party in the world. You graduate college, son.
You get a judge on the party, he just got out. But what about me? I wouldn't you don't want to throw me no party. I'm trying to read these comments. Let's see. Oh, it's a bunch of laughing. That's what's happening right now. Hold on. Y'all listen, join in on this conversation. Oh, girl, the chick was dressed. Let's see. Somebody says, girl, the chick was dressed like a bunny rabbit in the airport the other day. Somebody was dressed like a bunny rabbit.
That's a full one, a onesie. They had a onesie on.
Oh my goodness.
I've seen that. I've seen that at the airport. A onesie on.
That's out of order. Out of order. And then this is the other thing too. When I was saying that you never know who you were seeing. I remember back in the days, I was traveling. I was coming from LA, going back home to Miami, and I happened to be in the airport. This was again before celebs were, taking the G5s and all of that. And I happened to be in the airport catching a flight with comedian some more. I told you the story, Marvin. With comedian some more, Tyler Perry, and Stan Lathan, Sanaa Lathan's dad. Yeah. We were all in the airport, and they actually came up to me. We were all like sitting in the same area. This was before Tyler was just really starting to be Tyler Perry. He wasn't all the way he is now in his celebrityism, but and we were all sitting there, and some more came up to me because they all were talking to each other, but they kept looking at me, and that was during my I used to look like Trina days.
They trying to see if that's you.
And so some more came up and she said, girl, we over there having that conversation because Tyler and Stan thought that you were Trina when you first walked up. And I was like, yeah, I get that all the time. And so I started telling some more, yeah, you know, you and I have met because, you know, she had been in 99 Jams a couple of times. You know, Marvin, you and I were DJing for 99 Jams. But again, and I exchanged numbers with Tyler and Stan Lathan, I mean, so you never know who you might run into in the airport.
Now, you'd have had on a onesie. Best believe they wouldn't have been talking to you. They've been talking about you.
If I would have been bonded.
Matter of fact, they said, what the hell Trina wearing?
Baby, this was before social media, so honey, yeah, they would have definitely been like, I saw Trina in the airport and she looked a hot mess. So yeah, definitely I think it's important that we look, at least represent. Just I mean, come on, y'all. That's all I have to say. Come on.
I always tell people, you gonna represent. If you don't want to represent yourself, represent your kids. If you don't got kids, your mama. If you don't got a mama, your grandma, your dad. If you're married, your husband, your family, your community.
All the way down the tree.
Just represent something.
All the way down the tree. So okay, what's the deal with this? I saw Said the Entertainer responded back to Cat Williams, alleged that he stole one of his jokes.
You know what? Why bring it up now? If he did, why bring it up now?
Because it was, he said, on the Kings of Comedy, right?
They finished the Kings of Comedy in '99. People don't realize they finished '99. That's when they finished it.
That's when it.
'99. And when they filmed the movie, they filmed it in '99. It aired in 2000. This is 2021. So
21 years later,
you mentioning why? To me, it's of no use and no significance. And some people, to me, in this, you know, I don't know what Cat motive was, but sometimes when you not in a life in a minute, let me do something to draw attention again. I wouldn't. Me personally, I've had jokes stolen from me. So what?
I was gonna ask you that. Yeah,
I do. So God gave me a brain to think of something else.
figure out something else.
Richard Pryor said something that was so significant that I accepted in my career. Richard Pryor said, there's no such thing as a patent on the joke. Once you say it, it ain't yours no more.
Oh.
It's just a chance somebody else might say it, steal it, and you just got to accept it and keep moving on. When you stress yourself about something, see, first of all, the human mind kind of think alike.
Mm-hmm.
When you relax, which we are a minority, and then you go by how many of us do comedy, we all think of the same things. We might say it a different way, might add something different. So what? Just keep it moving. People that stole my jokes and put it on the TV a special. You know what? I called him up like a man. I ain't the type to go online. I'm not.
Right. Did you call him Marvin?
I called him up and said, damn, dog, how you gonna do me like that? And he gonna tell my son, man, you know, my bad, man. I know I did it. And then it was done. It's all, what's the use of going through it? Ain't no need to tell it to everybody because, you know, I learned one thing about our people.
Who was it?
You could be 100% right. You could be 100% right. But you know what they'll do? Oh, you just hating on that man because he got this. You just hating on her, she getting this. So no need to say nothing. So I don't even draw attention to it. Because what you're doing is drawing more attention to them, and then somebody gonna say, you know, so-and-so. That's what happened to say it. You heard Cat on that, somebody, you stealing his joke. You know, Cat, everybody now went viral.
But then you just addressed it.
If I was said, I wouldn't have addressed it. That's just me. I would have left it alone and said, hey man, great mind think alike, and kept it moving. I wouldn't have said nothing. The way he said his comment was perfect. You know, he just say, man, I don't even know Cat was doing comedy then. But hey, he just kept it moving. Because best believe, man, you think of the same thing. Hell, there's a lot of movies got the same title. But it ain't.
True.
It's some songs got the same song, same title, but it ain't the same song.
Right.
Some people think of the same item, the same title, the same concept, but you just do it a little different than other. Like the pandemic was the hottest thing. So if I do a pandemic joke and somebody else do it, they go say, Marvin stole my joke. Dog. The world went through the pandemic. You think you the only person had a joke about the pandemic? But that's just,
I don't think anybody else pulled their pants off on Def Comedy Jam.
guess what? A comic did it.
Somebody did that?
Yes.
Wait, after you did it, Marvin?
Yes.
But
you know what? So I don't care. In my life, I've had 3 comedians that went in front of me and did it.
Oh my God. What made you do that? So for those of you out there who don't know, and you can, Def Comedy Jam is running on Netflix. You can see in any of those streaming services, you can see Def Comedy Jam.
Amazon Prime. People are talking which I say Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime, season 4, episode 5. That's just what it is.
Oh, I'm about to look at that tonight. Marvin,
so many people hit me up. It's Def Comedy Jam, episode 4. Episode 5 on season 4. It's season 4.
Episode 5, season 4. Check out comedian extraordinaire Marvin Dixon on Def Jam. Is that when you pulled your pants off and did the was it doodle brown?
I got butt naked on Def. I was twerking before they was twerking.
You was
So DD, so I can go tell everybody else. Well, I can tell you y'all stole my bit.
My routine.
We were called brown back then when we called it doodle brown.
The doodle brown, right? Yeah.
We call it now. So that's what happened with black culture. It gets recycled. It gets recycled. You talking about a joke, man? Come on, man, let that go. I think so many people that stole jokes is ridiculous. And it's never hurt nobody's career. They just talked about recently, Big Leslie Jones just stole this comedian joke and did it on MTV. She hosted the MTV award. And she did this comic joke. And all the comics know it's her joke, but I told her, okay, she did your joke, man, just move on. I mean, if you're going to address her, just talk to her, and then just keep it moving. That's all you can do. You ain't finna beat nobody's ass. You ain't joke with no guns blazing over a joke. Over a damn joke.
Marvin, tell us one of the most memorable and crazy experiences that you've had, because you've traveled and you've hit some of the popular comedy stages. So what's happening? I know I've seen there's been viral videos circulating with audience members feeling like they can come up on the stage and approach again. You and I were talking about that. T.I. did that to you recently, right?
Let me see. Craziest thing that ever happened to me on stage is several. Every comic can tell you the story and you get stranded somewhere. That has happened.
You did what? What happened?
They didn't give you none of your money. You were stuck stranded.
Oh, the promoter. Oh, you ran into a janky promoter.
And this before when you could go online and see airplane tickets. Remember, like now you can see your round ticket.
Right.
Back then, they just tell you your flight and your confirmation. You go there, you get your ticket one way, then you get your flight and stuff coming back. When I went back, wasn't no ticket going back, and I didn't get the money when I went there.
What?
And I was stuck in that food. So you got to buy a ticket a day of. I ain't get my money.
You didn't get paid, and you did not have a return flight back home.
Yep, that's one crazy thing that happened a couple of times when you young in the business.
Where were you?
I was in Ohio.
Wow.
I was in Columbus, Dayton, Ohio. Stuck.
Did you, from that point on, of course, I want to hear more of your experiences, but they say experiences make the best agreements. I know that for me in my business as well, and being a host and all of that good stuff. Yes. And it's like, and when you learn something, you add that to your contract. You learn, I won't hit the stage. I don't grab a mic until I am fully paid. I won't even come to your venue. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna stay in this car or stay behind the scenes until I have all my money.
It's a learning curve. You learn. I'm talking about crappy hotels. You learn to get that straight.
Oh, God.
Get your deposit. You learn to get that straight. Or I had this happen. It's another crazy instance where the guy gave me my money, but I knew something in Singapore. So what I did was, it was in a small area in North Carolina, small city. So the comedian that was on the show with me, he lived in Charlotte. So I said, hey, man, you going back to Charlotte? He said, yeah, why? I said, I ride with you. Because I had a strange feeling. They say, follow that instinct. I went with the clothes I had off stage, grabbed my luggage from the hotel, threw in this back car. We drove. My phone kept ringing. I would never answer because it was the promoter calling me. And I wondered what he wanted. And then he called the other comedian, hey, what room Marvin in? So when they was coming back to rob me, they gave me my money. They was going to go to the hotel to rob me. And I was, yes. They were going to rob me.
You are kidding me.
They were going to rob me. And several other comics ended up getting robbed later. And that's how I found out that was their MO. But I didn't stay there. I drove way back to Charlotte and bought me another ticket and flew home. Because I just had a strange feeling that something wasn't right. I just had a strange feeling. And
that is crazy.
They were coming to rob me. And I left and drove about an hour and a half to Charlotte. And then the guy called me up. I answered him. I said, yo, Mar, where you at, man? I thought I'm in a hotel, but I say, I got a little female with me. What's up? He said, look, open the door, man. I want to holler at you right quick. We want to do some more shows. We need the deposit now. And I said, how we do it in the morning? He said, man, open the door, man. We outside. Just open the door. And I said, man, back. And he said, man, open the door. We want to take care of this business right quick. But I was in shock. And he never know to this day.
Wow.
Or nothing. I don't even think. Matter of fact, about a week or two later, his phone was. They would bring somebody. They get robbed, and then the phone would change. Get somebody. So that's what they come on.
That's crazy.
In this business, what I do, it can happen. And I just was 2 steps ahead of it. I just knew something wasn't right.
Yeah, and you're from Miami, so we smarter than that. Yeah.
Now I don't even tell promoters where I'm staying.
Like Trina said, you got to get them before they get you.
Yeah, I do all in. I tell them, hey man, I'm gonna take care of my travel, my own hotel. Just tell me what I get a rental car. I don't need no car service. I get a rental car and I'll be at the video.
Wow.
And when they ask me where you staying at, I say I'm at the Hyatt, but actually I'm at the West.
You really at the W. What? That is crazy. I never heard that story before.
Yeah, that in this business, it happened. It happened to me before, and I think some of the most embarrassing, I could say, Monique had a comedy club in Baltimore, Maryland. With Monique the comedy, and that's when I was doing the strip routine. I used to strip routine. So I was doing. It was on New Year's Eve. So I'm dancing, doing a song, breaking down the song, and then I would strip down to the floor. There was a thread caught onto the thumb. So when I pulled out the bikini part, the thong and everything came down, so I was fully exposed on stage.
No.
Monique still talk about that, fully exposed, but didn't realize it. And I looked, then I dropped on my stomach, and Monique like, it's too late now. We seen it. It's too late. We seen it.
No. Stop it. Stop it.
Butt naked.
Oh my gosh.
I always tell Bobby Brown, you ain't got nothing on me, baby. I told Bobby Brown, you'd have went to jail. I would be under the jail.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
True
that
stuff.
Is crazy. So you down with PPP or no? Because Plies.
Hey, let me tell you something. My outlook. It's hard as hell for black to get ahead anyway. When we start moving forward, they move the goal line back. Or they give us more rules and obstacles to get.
Right.
Why do you get mad at them people? Because they thought of a clever way to get a loan, to achieve a loan. Now the kids is a loan. Now if they don't pay it back, they ain't get them.
Right. Well,
if they pay it back, don't get them no time. Somebody paying that money back, still locking them up.
They know they're not going to pay it. Most of them know they're not going to pay it back. Well, and the amount that they're getting as well. And they're not really business owners.
Listen, I'm going to break this down. In Atlanta, Georgia, a lady got 3.8 million. I believe that's the figure. I might be wrong, but 3 point something. That's what she No, what she did? She took 1.4 million and purchased a shopping plaza. She took another 600,000, renovated. The shopping plaza now is 90% fully occupied with high rent. And she upgraded the place. High rent. And they came at her for getting, she said, well, I stay on the plaza and give you money. The plaza now is worth about 5.7 million. But they want to look her up like, okay, we're going to get your money back. She said she'll sell the plaza. Now she gonna get your money back. You can't just get her with her 1.something million. She profited. They come at her when she lied on the application. Let me explain something. Think about it.
It's called fraud. It's mail fraud or something too, right?
It's bank wire fraud when they
bank
wire
wire fraud.
Yeah, okay. But my thing is she paid it back. Some people take the money. For instance, is she bought a shopping plaza, she created a business, she created a job, she fixed up the place, and y'all want to lock her up. I said, man, hey, she went to the bank to apply. She applied for 8 loans and got denied.
And got denied. Right.
So
and I absolutely listen. I believe that there definitely needs to be some type of meter. Some things just the people I think they should be going after, if they're gonna go after anybody, it's because you know your cousins them that just that y'all in Lenox Mall, y'all in Philly Plaza with the line for Louis and Gucci around the corner, buying all of this stuff, Maybach and all of this with the money. It's not doing what you need to be doing with it.
Memorial Weekend, I was in Las Vegas. I didn't ever see so many young dudes in Vegas in my life.
Balling.
You know that club Dre's?
Yeah, Dre, yes.
They charged on one night, Thursday night, they charged $1,000 a person to get in. Because they knew that PP money was out there.
That PPP money.
PPP, $1,000 a person. I was in the master. He said it'd be $1,000. I said, I'm by myself. He said, no, it's $1,000.
No.
I said, but I'm by myself. You know what I did? I turned around and said, excuse me, and got out that line. And the dude looked at me like I was crazy. You ain't going in, man. Watch out then. Well, you go ahead, player.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Paid for
I'm a business owner. I'm having hell. I had hell trying to get a dang on PPP. They don't want to give me anything. So I'm like, at the end of the day, but you give millions of dollars away to somebody that you didn't have a business, doesn't have EIN, is not an independent contractor, is not self-employed, none of that. So,
but them people thought of a clever way. They got that money, and some people messed it up, but some of them did some great things. And I think judge everybody different. Because I always say, when you get skin, you got to watch yourself 3 times. Because I told somebody this, in the street game, I've seen a lot of drug boys get locked up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they go after their girlfriends or their wives and lock them up.
Right.
I've seen a lot of Hispanic and Mexicans or whatever get locked up. They go after their girlfriend or wives and lock them up.
Right.
Have you ever seen one of them people that do them Ponzi schemes wife get locked up?
Right.
They'll never go after them.
You're right. That's true.
No white person that did illegal activity, wife got locked up.
Got locked up, right? And because they say it's what is it? Because not conspiracy, but
it's a conspiracy after the fact. When it comes to us, they call it conspiracy after the fact. Meaning you can.
But they feel like you knew, knew, right?
You think them women didn't know?
They knew they didn't have no money.
But black women and Latin women, like El Chapo wife, they just locked her up and found her guilty.
Right. That's true, Marvin.
We knew you knew. Like, what the hell? I knew women in Miami got locked. I had a friend that did 10 years because they was dating was in the street. This girl had a legit business. But they talking about, you got your money from that business from him doing illegal acts, so we locking you up too. She got conspiracy after the fact. That's what they. with. And I just said to myself, man, that's a black and Spanish crime, because I ain't never seen nobody white.
Yeah.
Never seen nobody.
Unfair and unjust. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Let's move. Let's go on to our sports topic. Okay, so
Okay.
you and I talked about this. Who the greatest, the GOAT of all times. Let's talk about NBA. You said there was a conversation that was circulating on who is the greatest NBA player of all time. And of course, I think it's just happened. You know, I think it's just nature for people to always typically say Jordan. Jordan.
I don't say Jordan. The reason why, I look at the whole totality of it.
Uh-huh.
This is totality. Ali, let's go boxing. Ali is known as the greatest. Right. It ain't because of his matches. He's the greatest because of what he did outside the ring. That's put that in the totality of it. I go that with LeBron. LeBron James to me. First of all, let's go with upbringing. They always say that the greatest out of three people is Jordan. A lot of times they say Kobe and LeBron. Them three. Now, Kobe and Jordan had two family households. Mama and daddy growing up, both of them.
Right.
Ron had a mama that got pregnant when she was 13, had him at 14.
Huh?
They lived in the projects when she was 17 years old. In the project. Nothing but hood. And that man stayed away from, got drugs.
Overcame adversity. Now that's
away. Kobe and what's his name? Michael Jordan, his daddy and mama was middle class. Kobe daddy was rich. You know, his daddy played pro football. I mean, his was a professional athlete. So, yeah, go up the ladder. Now let's go to college. Kobe didn't go. He went straight to pro, so did LeBron. So we're going to leave him for now. Jordan, his high school coach is in the Hall of Fame in North Carolina. Kobe's high school coach is in the Hall of Fame. Ain't no LeBron ain't got a no Hall of Fame coach nowhere in his career. From high school to pro, no pro coach would be probably in the Hall of Fame. The closest might be the Heat because of the championships. But, you know, let's be real. We're talking about now.
Then, as far as leading him and being able to coach him to greatness is what you're saying.
And he didn't have that. He did not have that. He had to coach himself. Then, outside, look what LeBron then did. LeBron, three closest homeboys, his three best friends, he put them in college, graduated, got their degrees, and all of them is an intricate part of his business. One is his agent, one handles his business, and one handles the film industry. So right there, LeBron and Kobe friends, what they doing? They probably got a job.
Hopefully.
They got a job, hopefully. Because I knew that was Jordan's best friend, and Jordan ain't never say, man, come on, let me look.
Jordan didn't employ him or bring him along.
Right. And that's what you do with your best friend. If you make it, $100 million, hey, man, what is it you want to do? Because they always say, teach a man how to fish so he can feed himself instead of giving him a piece of food. And that's what LeBron did. He opened up a school in his community. Then he did something that just whelmed me. He started his own show where he told people to bring in a business plan of a business you want to start, and he funded all them people's business. And they who don't know how to write the business plan, his people showed them how to write the business plan, and he funded it. That's a great thing. The man ain't never cheated on his wife. Let's go there.
You can't say that.
The man ain't got no kind of outside scandals.
We know of. That we know of. He's just good. He's just good at what he does.
That's what counts then. What you know of. What counts is what we know.
What counts is what we know. As long as you know it didn't happen.
And the man he's a father that's in his kid's life, like there. How can you do all you do and still be in your family's life like he is? Yeah. That goes by the greatest, man. Forget this playing basketball.
I like that. I like looking at the totality of the greatness of the person and the athlete before you say he's the great, unless you specifically say who's the greatest on the court specifically. But when you're saying the greatest of all times, that I can appreciate the fact that you're saying reviewing that in its totality. What do you guys think in terms of who who do you feel is the best athlete of all times? Now Marvin just broke that all the way down, all the way DOWN. But I like and appreciate that. It's in its totality. Unless they're looking at numbers and all of that goodness.
This man ain't caught in no scandal. You know that's hard. None.
So don't jinx him now.
Look at this, lady. You gotta look at this. And he's been playing ball for over 18 years.
He's been out there for a minute.
And still been in the top 3 every year he played.
Yeah.
Jordan or Kobe had this kind of level at this age in their lives, playing at this high level. Neither one of them. Neither. So they could save all that. Who's the best? That's what man. I look at the whole totality of the man. Because anybody can be a great thing on his job, but what else you do outside the community? What else you do for your family? What else you do? He ain't got no outside kids everywhere. He ain't got that. He ain't got no outside kids and all that. And then my thing is, your close homeboys, you put them in college.
That's what's up. I wish I knew.
He figured when it's time for my next contract, which is usually after 3 years,
right?
Y'all will be finished because all you can do is go to school full time.
Exactly.
He told him,
instead of having that now, they're good for the athletes. Good for having about 20, 30 dudes that just hanging around them and going to the clubs and staying at their house, and half the time they don't know what room they in. they just dudes just spread out everywhere, about 20 of them, and they just hang on with them. But I can certainly appreciate the fact that LeBron took his best friends, helped them get educated, learn the business, and then gave him his responsibility of managing his projects and businesses. Which means, of course, because it's nothing like having someone that you trust. You can trust, and you feel like your family, your friends, you can trust them with your business.
And guess why I say LeBron got them beat too? He don't shut his mouth. He speak up when his own people.
Exactly.
None of them spoke up.
That's facts now. You speaking. That's true.
None of them spoke up.
Right.
See, I spoke out. Ali didn't care. He spoke out.
He spoke out. Spoke out against the war. Right. Against the war. And exactly.
They want to stick it to playing basketball. I'm playing basketball. I said, that's what's wrong with you. You got to mind. Stop staying focused. When you got that kind of juice like that, you could do so much more. If you got that much power, you can do so much.
So much more, right. And Ron took a stand too during all the police brutality and the racial injustice and all of that. He was definitely a leader in taking that stand and shutting it down and saying, we're not playing another ball on another ball's dribble on these courts until some stuff is done.
And then I always say this, a lot of the white media don't know what they want. They tell you, shut up and dribble. He don't need to be getting involved in politics. He needs to just shut his mouth. Then you got a top athlete, the girl that played tennis. She shut up. Now you're playing. We want you to talk.
You can't teach nobody.
So that's what I say. We want you to talk. We want you to say something. Hold on, now you need to shut up and play.
What about Floyd Mayweather? What do you think about these exhibition fights that are happening with Floyd? Like Floyd Mayweather just had a fight with Paul. How do you feel about these exhibition fights that are happening?
Stop it, Floyd, man. At points you gotta say that's enough, man. You got enough our money, Floyd. You got the pay-per-view money. You got the hot tickets. Ain't nothing wrong with it. No athlete got more money than you, Floyd. You prove it.
Well, he just recently had a home invasion or something. Did you see that?
When he was for the fight, yeah, they broke in his house.
They broke in his house, but he has reward. He has some reward money out. I think me and you need to try to figure out who did it so we can get that reward. It's 100-something thousand, I think. Might be up higher.
I give you props, Floyd. You did it. Floyd needs to promote fights. He needs to promote fights and be a announcer. Because he's done it. Promote ring announcer. Because them little fights you fighting people, they rode skateboards last week, now they fighting this week. Hell, boy, fight me. I'm a comedian. Fight me.
Please don't get in the ring, Marvin.
Fight me.
No, please don't. Oh,
Everybody
just run away from him the whole time. Just get in the ring and just run from him the whole time.
Them people are dumb as hell. The people he fight are dumb. Why would you train all the way for a year just to lose? I ain't gonna train, still gonna lose. Hell.
But to get the check, they're trying to, because the basketball player that fought
Nate Robinson.
yes, who fought and he didn't he get knocked out?
He's still somewhere. We ain't seen him since. And I know Nate. I ain't seen Nate yet. I think he's still in Vegas. And then you had Chad Ochocinco fight. Come on, Chad.
Chad had a fight. Yeah.
Man.
I didn't see Chad's fight. I didn't see either one. But I heard Chad did pretty good, and then he got the big head, and then the dude suckered him.
Chad, listen, them old athletes, unless they do some serious training, because I didn't know Chad was on the card. I ain't know Chad was on the card until he walked in the ring. Like, what that Chad doing there? Oh, he fight first. What the hell?
He fight first.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. They should fight old athletes like that. Chad should have fought Nate Robinson. That'd have been good.
Right.
Yeah. At least we know both y'all.
I can appreciate that. Yeah.
Don't be illegal. People be trying.
Because I'm scared. You gonna just gonna get real hurt. No.
Let me tell you, Didi, I got a friend named Rod. Just up there boxing a fight in Miami. And we went to the boxing match. And I'm not lying to you. A man came up and said, ask Rod, have you ever fought? So we went to the fight. And Rod said, no. He said, hey, we got a problem. We'll pay you. They told Rod, we need $3,000 if you ring and fight. I got it. And Rod got in that ring for that 3 stacks. Man, 3 stacks? He's going to fight 3 rounds. Do you know Rod knocked that dude out?
What?
Look, my boy knocked him out. I don't know. He just was swinging for his life like he was in the streets. It was he was winning. And he knocked the dude out. He called him and knocked him out. He got 3,000. But he was getting 3 rounds.
Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. But you know, they used to remember, I don't know if they still do this, back in the days, they would have boxing Mondays in the strip club.
Yeah, that was for girls though. Well, some dudes doing it. Boxing is hard. People see he comparing it, but they looking at slap boxing. No, when you got gloves on your hands and you can't.
Oh wait. So with the strippers, with the dancers, they were doing like slapping?
No.
Oh
no! I think people get that confused because I slap box. I can box.
Oh, you can do. Okay, I see.
Once they put your hands in them gloves, your hands are confined, and you can't really slap. Right. Get the got you.
Exactly. I remember this. So I remember my god brother when we were kids. My god brother got some boxing gloves when we were kids. He got some boxing gloves for Christmas. My god brother Chris. Shout out to you, Chris. I'm telling this story for everybody to hear it. But he got some boxing gloves. We were probably like, maybe he may have been 10 and I was like 7 or 6 or something. And he a big boy. He was big back then. But he got the boxing gloves. Guess who he decided to here, put these on. I put the gloves on before I could pick the gloves up because they were so heavy. I didn't put the gloves. He done knocked me cold. Baby, Chris had me knocked cold out in the grass. My godmama beat his behind. She was so bad with Little D's still down there. I'm actually still there.
Who gave you a chance to set up? You just can't swing.
He knocked me cold out. My godmother was so mad with him. That's why my memory not good now. I'm blaming that on him.
I did it before with a neighbor, and we put on gloves. I'm hitting the pan. I'm talking stuff. I'm hitting him. Man, that boy closed his eyes and swung and caught my chin. I seen a wave. And now I know why folks grab each other. Now I know, because I went to grabbing him trying to hold him. And he was saying, oh, Tyson has it no more. I'm holding him for dear life. Like, man, don't hit. I'm talking to him. Don't hit me no more, man. Please don't hit me.
Marvin, you was talking to him.
I said, please don't hit me no more. Because I was winning until he caught me with that one punch. I had a headache for 3 days.
Oh gosh, that is funny as hell. Marvin, okay, let's go into music. So
Yeah.
I hear that Diddy is now producing an album tribute to Kim Porter. Too little, too late, better late than never.
He's contributed to
He's,
Kim.
he's producing an album tribute.
And dedicating it to her.
Yes.
But who getting the money?
Huh?
Who's getting the money?
It's a tribute to her. So he's making this album, but it's all about Kim Porter.
It's all about Puffy. That's all about P. Diddy. Them your kids that are from her. And no, that's that boy. I give him props. P. Diddy Snoop, boy.
You say it's all for Puffy, huh?
Yeah.
It's all
Like, let's say he was doing one for the Notorious B.I.G. and all the money going to big kids.
Uh-huh.
They going to him. Because he's the God. They his kids.
Right. Yeah, them all your kids. But the thing is, so I guess what's been discussed is the fact that now he wants to do this tribute to her, and he's been grieving. He's been grieving. He's grieved her. You know, she's the mother of his kids and everything. But it's like she was ride or die. She wanted to be with Puffy. She was with Puffy through J-Lo, through Puffy always kind of went back to Kim. Kim was like his mainstay, but she was never like his main girl that he continued on with. And then recently with J-Lo and A-Rod's breakup, and then J-Lo is now back with Ben
Affleck, yeah.
So Puffy posts a throwback picture of him and J-Lo. And it's
who's gonna sing on the album?
I don't know. I think he's just gonna get a whole, a lot of different artists that he's worked with in the past, and that it's going to be this tribute to Kim. So, and I've actually seen comments, and he's addressed the comments too, of people saying like, well, when the girl was here, Puffy, she wanted to. It was obvious Kim just wanted to really be back with her, because she never ended up, as far as we know, in the public eye with anybody else. But she was always his biggest chick, always right there, always supportive. But he never. It was like he didn't go back and get her. Just so.
I don't really like get in the middle, especially something like that, because it was a death. Unfortunately, she left us early. Whatever, I guess, whatever make him feel better, he can heal. He can go ahead and do it. It's just say I'm gonna do this for her, and I guess the girls good regardless. And her older kids, yeah, they're good.
He's good. Puffy has money. It's just I don't think it's necessarily. Well, it's always about $1, but it's more of this tribute and dedication to Kim. And I'm sure, she has so many friends, because Kim was in the music industry.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
yeah.
Because
dated Albie Shore, but way before Puffy.
Right. Her son.
So she was a model, a top model. So yeah, she's very, very well known. Hey, P. Diddy, whatever feel comfortable to make you heal, man, you and your family together. Hey, do you? I just say do
what you gotta do. Do what you do. And love. Show love. Now, I saw on Money Mark, our homeboy rapper Money Mark.
That's my boy.
Yeah, Mark went off the other day because I guess Puffy was in Miami, and he was like, he's the king of Miami, and he said that Miami is open and all of this. And Mark posted and was like, so, what's up with, Miami? Like, you know, the celebrities and the artists down there letting Puffy just come and like he run our city. What you feel about that?
I seen that. Mark kind of made a mistake, and he said, "You got the King of Miami." He was pointing to Khaled that was in the car. Khaled was in that SUV.
Khaled was in the car with Puffy. Is that what you're saying?
Puffy was outside. Khaled was in the car doing like this, waving like this in the back. And so Puffy, you got the king. That's right. We out here. You got the King of New York, the King of Miami. When he said the King of Miami, he pointed Khaled inside. Yeah. So he was talking about Khaled, really. And then the King of LA was somebody else. So it was them three.
Gotcha.
So that's what Puffy was. You know, Mark just seen a bad camera angle, but Khaled was in the back.
Khaled was there.
Yeah, he was. I understand what Mark said, because a lot of people always come to Miami and say the such and such takeover, the such and such takeover. They always say that a lot. And come to Miami and say we taking, which, let's be honest, they get a lot of them celebs go to the beach and let them do whatever they want to do. But our local people are the least. We are celebrated by our own city of anybody. Because I just had a dispute with somebody. Luke ain't in some kind of Hall of Fame.
Right.
Luke had the biggest record label in the Southeast at once. In the South. The biggest own record label in the South.
Luke Records.
Most of these recording artists done what they done because Luke fought the Supreme Court for freedom of speech.
Yeah, true.
How is it? I just don't understand it. I know they got a thing in Miami memorializing like top entertainers and politicians and stuff that in Miami.
Right.
And the 2 Live Crew was on there, but not Luke. I don't understand how the 2 Live Crew get on there. 2 Live Crew wouldn't existed
if
the way they did it. And sometimes you got to put whatever beef, propaganda behind stuff. It was what it was. 2 Live Crew, if you didn't grow up off of them, something wrong with you. Yeah. I tell people, I say, sometimes we get into negative stuff because you heard somebody say it or heard somebody say this. But Luke's supposed to be in some kind of hall or something.
He should be. And they're working on that. They should definitely be. That's true. That's true. John Legend, I heard that John Legend Productions is working on a biopic for Bernie Mac. Did you hear about that?
Oh, that's great. He deserves it. He literally, and I'm blessed to have met him many times.
Yeah.
I get compared to him.
If you were the casting director, who would you select to play Bernie Mac?
Me.
I think you would. Listen, you are right.
Me.
I think you would play an excellent Bernie Mac.
I go right on there and do it. I just seen enough. I knew his mannerism. I knew his style. I could do it. And when I go places, they always say, you remind me of Bernie. Your stage presence, your dominance on stage, the way you present yourself, you remind me of Bernie. And I do it.
Yeah.
Get a real, John Legend, please get a real comedian to do it at least. At least a real comedian.
Important. I think so.
Get a real comedian.
So if it's not you, who would it be? I'm trying to think of who would give me Bernie Mac.
You have to get some little young, it's a dude out of Chicago. I don't hate on nobody. Dude named Reggie Reg.
Okay.
Reggie Reg can.
And because Bernie was from Chicago.
Right,
Bernie?
but Reggie Reg can do it. He can do it. He can do Bernie, especially the young Bernie. The younger Bernie, like Def Jam Bernie and all that. Reggie Reg can do it. He could do it.
Reggie Reg. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. Let's talk about TV. What's going on TV in these? Okay, I don't really watch reality shows. I don't watch The Housewives, but just being kind of in entertainment, you hear things, you see things, or whatever. So the latest talk is this Portia and Simon debacle or whatever. Portia is now dating or engaged to this guy Simon.
Man, who cares?
How do you feel about that? If you meet someone, if you meet a woman or whatever, and this woman, you're a friend to this woman, to this guy, and then they break up, would you then go and date or marry his wife?
Didi, I lived a story like that. A girl I dated that I was serious with, she married a dude that was real cool with me. They got married. I don't care about, yeah, me personally, I don't care about past. That's just me. I don't, when you stress yourself.
This isn't really past. They were like, still, like, this is fresh. This, like, you know.
No. But their relationship had already gone drop down south. It was over. Was going through the divorce stuff. Then he started hollering at Portia.
Okay.
According to him. However, they together. I wouldn't care. I never sweat who my ex messed with. That's why they're ex for a reason. That's why you pardon them for a reason. I've never confronted a girl, how you messing with my homeboy, you wrong. I don't care. Because I'm gonna tell you, when you keep looking back, you can't move forward. You got to keep looking forward.
But you don't think that there's like a code? Like, I would not personally, if my friend, and now this is, and I think it's operative. The word is friend. So maybe, and what Portia is saying is that their friendship was generated on the show. They really weren't friends. So that's number one. But people feel like if we've broken bread together, is that then a violation because we're cool? You invited me to your house, and then now you and your husband divorced or whatever. Me personally, if it's a friend, for me, I'm good with it. I am not going to see or date my friend's ex. There's nothing. It becomes that guy. Then to me becomes like off limits. Like he just becomes my friend. Like that's my you're always gonna be my girl's guy. To me, that's just.
But that might be true. I told somebody just recently. Sometimes it's an expert. And when it comes to women, a lot of times women will make it like in their case, are making more than what it actually was. I remember. I'll never forget this. I started talking to this girl, and she told me, Marvin, I can't really mess with you because I didn't know you used to kick with my friend. I said, your friend, who? And when she told me, I said, listen, Didi, I started comedy. I started doing comedy professionally in 92. I met that girl and hooked up her to the airport in 89. You can't tell me no expiration date in it. but she talked to them, and I started talking to her last month or something.
Oh gosh!
I told her when I was with your friend, I had just got my first car with a brake light in the back. The hell are you talking about? And first of all, you wasn't her friend. I told her this. You wasn't her friend in 89. So how the hell you? You wasn't her friend in 89. She said it wasn't that long ago. Yes, it was. She said it was like it was recent. Then she found out it was 89.
It was 89. So did you get a chance to date the girl then?
Yeah, we still. But it took a minute for me to come. I felt like anybody can come tell you anything and you just believe what she say.
But again, for women, we don't. We hold on to those things. If I dated them in high school or whatever, and you my friend,
you want to laugh on
me? Don't know. We probably still not that we still together, but we still in love with each other forever or something.
The one that told her that she was married already over 20 years. So you married over 20 plus years. I meet your friend at a party, and you come telling her, yeah, girl, Marvin and kicked it and all that. And she like it last week.
Middle school. Girl, that was middle school. Okay. So before we go, I have 21 questions, but I'm gonna break it down to 5. And I don't want you to think too hard on it. I want you to just answer the question.
Okay.
If your life had a theme song, what would it be?
Ain't no stopping me now.
Ain't no stop. Why?
Because it ain't stopping me. I done went through so many obstacles in my life. I've been home invaded, and I've had my jokes stolen. I've lost gigs. I got put off tours, but I still keep striving. So ain't no stopping me. I don't care what you do to me, it ain't no stopping me.
Yeah. Comedy, that's it's so hard because people always, I believe that that's a genre, a field where people always expect for you to be on. So,
Right.
they always expect to hear a joke even when you're not on the stage. They're always expecting for you to be funny Marvin and not go through life because of your job and your on stage persona.
And we got the highest, people don't know this, comedians have the highest level of suicide of any career.
Yeah.
No comedian, because you haven't heard of them. I know a lot of brothers and sisters that kill themselves because of this business. You got to really love this business and put your heart, your life into it to make it that 5 years.
Right. Wow. Yeah, that's very true. Very true. If you could change places with anyone who's ever existed, living or dead, who would it be?
If I could change places with anybody, I would want to change places with living or dead.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think. I ain't never thought of that. Who would I want to change places with? Who's who's one of the richest people in the world? Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos.
Bezos. Uh-huh. Okay.
Why when you give an ex-wife $1 billion and you still don't fade you?
Listen.
Jeff Bezos.
If it wasn't illegal, finish the sentence. If it wasn't illegal, I would
rob every bank I could.
What? Oh. Set it off. You just set it off.
Go get me Cleo and let's hit it.
Oh my gosh. I'll be Cleo. Look what I should about. Something I could never imagine doing is.
Ooh. Something I could never imagine doing is robbing a friend. Any kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. Taking from a friend.
Taking from a friend. That's very ethical. And if you won $1 million in the lottery, what would be the first thing you would do?
Cancel some of them shows I got booked because I ain't got to do it. No, if I won $1 million right now, straight $1 million, I just put it in a retirement fund. I just put it away and just keep working because I ain't getting no money.
Yeah, you realize that once you start looking at
it ain't really no money.
Keep going, but you really love what you do though. You enjoy comedy. Comedy is your life. It's your passion. That's why you retired your other jobs and went and put it all on the table.
100%. Next year will be 30 years.
Wow. So what are you doing? Tell me before you go. What shows do you have coming up? What's your tour looking like?
This week I'm doing Juneteenth celebration in Miami Gardens outdoor event.
Okay.
Since there's no jazz in the gardens, the city of Miami Gardens, they put their minds together and say we should do some kind of event. So they do the Juneteenth celebration, and it's already I think they had the place set up for like 800 and some cars. I think they're over 1,000 cars already registered to be there. So that's 1,000 cars. So each car will have 2, 3, 4 people in it. So we expect a humongous crowd. Man, then following week I would be doing my casino. I do a residency. People don't know this. I'm the only black man in the state of Florida that has a residency at a casino in the state. And that's how I get it. And I have that casino down your beach where I bring in my all white affair, which would be the 26th. Then the following week after that, I'll be heading to Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
I'm going to Phoenix, Arizona, and then New Orleans. So I stay pretty good.
You stay busy. You stay on the grind. My man, Marvin Dixon. Tell them, of course, everybody can stay in touch with you on your social media platforms and all that good stuff and find out your tour dates and where you're going to be so they can check you out.
Yes, be on Instagram, The Real Marvin Dixon, at The Real Marvin Dixon, which is Dixon. If you're on Twitter, just Real Marvin Dixon. Hey, just look for a little slim dude, dark skin with glasses. And that's
And that sugar shawl, baby. That baby stay on fleek. The wardrobe game. You ain't gonna never see him in the airport with no Broward bonnet on.
hey, my mama. My mom taught me every woman level dress man. She said, a man can't help how we look, he can help how we dress. And she used to always tell my sisters, never date a man that don't wear a watch. Because a man that don't wear a watch ain't got nowhere to be.
He don't have nowhere to go. And on that note, we are gonna go and check out Versus right now. It should be on right now. We're gonna check out Eve and Trina and see who's doing what and what's going down. I'm sure it's going to be a party. Thank you all for tuning in. Marvin, you know you gotta always come back. Love you, man. Thank you so much. Let's talk about it with the girls, the DIDIS-KY. Thank you guys for tuning in. Take care, Marvin. See you next time.